All right, sorry about that. Nearly dropped my phone, so I'm thinking maybe 24 inches or something. This from here, so we've got 21 inches by ½ inch plate. So yeah, almost 2 feet times ½ inch plate, and that's kind of all. It's got its brackets in there that hold the whole thing together, so it's a pretty solid unit. This is a 70 horsepower David Brown engine. Kind of inside. So I took the oil cooler off because it's super hard to clean when it's in the machine. So I took it out, and it's actually down there. And I pressure washed the whole thing, because the thing with this machine, when it's a really hot day, the oil will get hot. When the oil gets hot, the machine, you can tell it's got less power, like on the hydrostat drives and stuff. So it probably didn't have the best oil. I put TDH oil in it. Yeah, transmission differential hydraulic oil. Which is kind of a lower weight than what I believe. It's hard to find specs for these things. What I suspect, and when I see like K760, which is like a little bit more recent than this machine, they use a 46 weight, I believe. So you can have a 46 weight that is stable at high temps, and I think this is what this needs. So 46 weight versus, I think, the TDH, and usually around the 32 weight. So I think that should make a difference, having that thicker oil for the higher pressures that these things run at for the hydrostat. Hey, buddy. The engine runs real good, to be honest. It's loud, but it runs good. It starts up good. Not so good when it's cold, but anything above 0 degrees Celsius, not an issue. Can't really see much, but there's 3 hydraulic pumps here. This is the main pump. This right here is the pump that would drive the hydraulics for the boom and everything, and then this would be the hydrostat pump. And you have the same hydrostat pump on the other side that ran the trencher that I wanted to run the other things, a mulcher or whatever. Here are the axles. So these axles, I have a hard time finding specs about these as well. They are Spicer, I believe, Spicer axles. This tube here that comes out is a 4-inch by 4-inch. And it's got kind of this older style 5, but massive lugs, but there are only 5 of them. So I'm not too sure what the capacity of this is, but I've had this thing with the back end lifted up in the air so many times, and there's not really any issues apart from maybe a leaking seal or something, but that's just normal. The machine's 40 years old or something, so this is kind of the underneath of it, underside of it, where the bearing mounts, kind of the brackets. I've kind of tried to weld in there, but not too obvious to weld from underneath. And then here you've got the outriggers. So this is pretty much cleaned up as best as I care for anyway. I don't like doing this too much, so just cats everywhere. So that's about it. I'll be ready for paint, and the next video I'll try and do is the whole thing painted.